how did, after the event, you and the rest of the team compare and contrast and look at the metrics? What were some of these metrics? And if you wouldn't mind sharing the impact that you saw with the virtual event compared to the physical event.
Yeah, no, I would be happy to. I'll need to stop short of actual dollar values, but I can still give you and everyone a sense of, well, how did we do with the virtual event, and what were the differences, over what we might have normally done with the physical event. So one thing that I could say to kind of set the stage for that discussion is that last year, our physical event that we did, the Engage event, I want to say it was something in the order of 1,600 actual customer external attendees to that event. We pivoted quickly. We promoted effectively, again, with help from Parmonic, and I'll talk about that a little bit. But for the virtual event that we ended up doing this last May, we had on the order of 4,000 registrants compared to the 1,600 that we would have gotten at the physical event. And there's lots of interesting data around those 4,000 people and why we see some differences in terms of actual performance into the pipeline, but we can chat about that a little bit too. But from those 4,000 registrants for the event, about 2,700 actually attended, became live attendees over a 2-day virtual event. And since then, with all of our on-demand promotions, we've gathered another 300 or so people that have registered into the environment since then from an on-demand standpoint. So a total of about 3,000 people that have been active in that virtual environment. So sort of carrying this through and a little bit into some ROI, I suppose, what have we been able to see happen from these 3,000 people that either participated in the live event or have participated from an on-demand standpoint? We have been able to generate something on the order of 300 opportunities within our CRM system, sales opportunities that are being influenced directly as a result of the virtual event and the on-demand sense, which we're pretty happy about. How does that compare to last year? Well, when you actually compare it from a dollar value standpoint, it isn't quite as significant. What we're seeing in terms of the potential dollar influence value, the last year over this year it's about 60%. And we've theorized a little bit as to why that might be. The 4,000 people, we were able to open it up to virtually anybody in our customer accounts, which was great. And we were able to allow a much larger number of people to participate in the event and to see the information. But no doubt, some of those people maybe weren't decision makers per se, and maybe don't have the level of influence that perhaps the people would if they had been a physical event. That's one theory. But probably the more significant factor is COVID. Just the fact that budgets are so much tighter. I personally believe that's more the issue. I am thankful to believe that most all of those 4,000 people that registered, the 3,000 that participated, are all influential in these opportunities that we now have to pursue from a sales standpoint. But budgets are tight. And I think that's probably the bigger reason why the dollar value of the opportunities is down a bit from what we might have seen last year. So a little bit about the performance. We're actually quite thrilled to have replaced the majority of the opportunity and the value that we can chase by doing this virtual event this year.